Do you guys still remember those days in 2020 when no one could travel or even leave the house? Do you remember those pandemic days? Yeah, that was a real bummer. But hey, now that things are finally getting back to normal here are the top 10 destinations everyone should visit in 2023. What's up, everyone? And welcome back to World IQ. Let's get it. Number 10. Madeira. Located in the Atlantic Ocean, some 300 miles off Morocco's west coast, Madeira is an autonomous Portuguese archipelago. There are 3 things that put this Portuguese island on the map: landscapes, lore, and its legendary wine. The beaches here showcase a diverse collection of bananas, sugarcane, and vineyards. What makes it even more majestic is the fog-shrouded Pol de Serra Plateau, casually sitting in the background. According to National Geographic, this string of islands was formed by submarine volcanoes. The Laurel Forest here is a UNESCO-listed site. It makes sense because the landscape looks straight out of a Middle-earth fantasy movie. You can go on a guided hike to complement your Madeira experience. The wine here is, of course, legendary. And the reason why the wine here is so special is it can be dry and sipped as an aperitif, or sweet served with dessert. The flavors tend to be earthy and nutty. They are a combination of grape varietals. There are direct flights to Lisbon. You can stay at Funchal, Madeira's vibrant capital. Social events are also booming here since Madeira hosts a year-round calendar of events, such as the Madeira Wine Festival, folklore performances, and parades. Plan your trip now to experience the adventure of a lifetime. Number 9. Western Norway. The only adjective worthy of describing this place is the epitome of gorgeous scenery. Western Norway is where the fjords and landscapes are located. In Geirangerfjorden, you can see the Seven Sisters waterfall. I was in awe when I laid my eyes on it. It cascaded 410 meters to the water. If you're looking for a more modern, yet cultural experience, you can also head to Bergen, a UNESCO World Heritage Site known for its artistic strength, and home to birth town of musical prodigies like Alan Walker and Kygo, to name a few. You can also go sightseeing in Norringsdalen Valley. It's one of the narrowest valleys in the country that bears the scars of battle against nature. The famous Hotel Union Oi is a tourist attraction itself. Founded in 1881, this hotel has welcomed European aristocracy, social elites, kaisers, and kings. If you enjoy hiking, then the hike to Pulpit Rock will surely be a core memory for you. It's been described as one of the world's most spectacular viewing points. Over the years, guest houses have been sprouting everywhere near the trail. The good thing about it, though, is despite the improvements to make the hike easier and more accessible, the rock itself remains unchanged. 8. Namibia. The driest country in sub-Saharan Africa has a small population of about 2.53 million. When people think about African countries, 2 things usually come to mind: desert and wildlife. There are several attractions and highlights when you visit this country, such as the Etosha National Park, Fish River Canyon Park, the Namib Desert, and the Kalahari Desert. Did you know that Namibia has the world's largest population of free-roaming cheetahs? There are around 2,500 cheetahs just roaming around. Namibia is also home to desert elephants. Visitors throng Sossusvlei to see the highest dune, measuring 325 meters. This is also a great location for sand surfing. The most photographed mountain motif in this country has got to be the Spitzkopf. It has an overall height of 1,728 meters above sea level and is often called the Matterhorn of Namibia. When I first saw this, I automatically wanted to go, Na Tingonya Mabagiti Baba. Okay, that may not be the official language of Namibia because that's Zulu, and the official language of Namibia is English, and there are 13 other languages there. But hey, give me a break. Can you blame me? It looks like Pride Rock. After ending the day, touring this beautiful country, you can enjoy its wonderful orange sunsets. Number 7. Seychelles. Did you know that there are 115 islands here? Located in the Indian Ocean northeast of Madagascar, this place is remarkably a beach lover's paradise. I started singing, "See the line where the sky meets the sea," when I saw these views. Home to the famous Unsourced d'Argent, its dazzling white sands and emerald blue waters will certainly give you an incomparable relaxing experience. It can get a little crowded sometimes, so the best time to enjoy paradise would be early morning and late afternoon. If you love snorkeling, you can go to Ansalazio on Praslin, the Seychelles' second largest island. There are plenty of fantastic things to do on Mahi Island. Go snorkeling at the Reef Safari, or be part of the Island Day Tour. For wildlife lovers out there, did you know that the islands are home to the world's smallest frog, called the Gardiner's Seychelles frog? They're so tiny, adults can only reach the size of 1 centimeter. They also have the biggest tortoises and are home to 12 endemic species of birds. With all these activities you can do on the archipelago, surely you will go hungry. And that will not be a problem since the island has easy access to sea bounty. You can chow down on some tuna, bonito, sea bass, red snapper, lobsters, and many more. The popular delicacy here is zurid, which is an octopus made with creamy curry sauce. I've never tried octopus before, but if I'll ever try one, it'll be in Seychelles. Number 6. Patagonia. Stretching across Chile and Argentina, Patagonia has long attracted tourists with its spellbinding landscapes. They are indeed otherworldly. The hotels in the region are open year-round, but to get to the best experience, you can avoid the crowds and enjoy great weather. You should visit during springtime when flowers are in full bloom, or during the fall. It's also convenient, since many of Patagonia's luxury hotels include transfers to and from the airport, so getting around will not be much of a hassle. If you want to travel by sea, there are Australis cruises. For an overland trip, you can also rent a car. There are plenty of activities and attractions to choose from when going to Patagonia, but the most famous ones are the Torres del Paine National Park, where you can spot Patagonia's wildlife, including the Big Five: pumas, llama-like guanacos, South Andean deer known as huemul, Andean condors, and the ostrich-like rhea. According to Travel and Leisure, assisted camping experiences on the trekking circuit are arranged by operators like Las Torres, Cascada Expediciones, MT Sobec, and Swoop Patagonia. If you're one of those people with adventurous taste palates, you should try an authentic Patagonian asado and the Cerveceria Bigo, a beer brewed using meltwater from nearby glaciers. Culturally, the most significant drink is Argentine mate. Avoid the hassle and contact travel companies so you don't deal with logistical headaches. You can contact Estancia Cristina for full-day boat ride excursion packages to glaciers and waterfalls. Number 5. Ireland. The Emerald Isle is fantastic for hiking, exploring castles, and eating seafood while sipping whiskey. If you've ever enjoyed watching Middle-earth movies, you can live your fantasy and hike the high mountains of Wicklow and McGill-Cuddy's Reeks, or take in the views over the Atlantic Ocean from the west coast cliffs. They also have astonishing lakes where you can sail or walk along, such as Lough Erne and Lough Lean. You might think that's boring, because we all feature the tranquil beauty of the country, but in case you didn't know, they also have a lively atmosphere. The Irish are known worldwide for festive celebrations, such as Tradfest in Dublin, held every January. It's the largest festival of traditional Irish music. Of course, who could forget the 5-day affair of St. Patrick's Day? Explore the rich history of the Vikings and Celts, and choose among the 30,000 castles you want to visit. But according to Nordic visitors, the best ones are Blarney Castle, where you can kiss the famous Blarney Stone, Bunratty Castle, one of the most complete castles left today in Ireland, and Dunluce Castle, a cliffside fortress with majestic sea views. Most bed and breakfasts offer Irish breakfasts served with eggs, bacon, sausages, mushrooms, beans, and toast. The small villages along the west coast can offer some seafood, while the cities of Dublin, Belfast, Galway, and Cork have plenty of fine dining restaurants. Number 4. French Riviera. If you're looking to spend a vacation immersing in French culture, but don't want the hustle and bustle of Paris, then the best place to visit in the south of France has to be the Côte d'Azur. The French Riviera is a stretch of coastline entirely within the region Provence-Alpes-Côte d'Azur. They are well known for the beaches, the coves, and the impressive views. It's also a playground for the wealthy. Yeah, you've probably heard these descriptions over and over for the past few minutes. But what can I say? They are indeed known for the beaches. The cultural scene is vibrant and lively as well, especially during the summer. If you're planning to visit, the main attractions to consider are festivals like the Cannes Film Festival, Menton's Lemon Festival, Nice's Carnival, or Monaco's Formula One Grand Prix. My favorite spots are the 14th century medieval hilltop villages, such as St. Paul de Vence, St. Agnes, Seorge, Corrèze, and the list goes on. Of course, the food options here are the pinnacle of French cuisine. My absolute favorite is the salade niçoise, a mixture of tomato, tuna or anchovies, olives, green French beans, and a boiled egg. You can order one at Le Balico Resto, located at Avenue Saint Jean Baptiste, 2006000. Nice. Number 3. Tuscany. Known as the birthplace of the Renaissance, Tuscany is known for its landscapes, history, and artistic legacy. If you're an art connoisseur, you would know that Tuscany is the hometown of painters such as Giotto and Botticelli, and sculptors like Brunelleschi and Michelangelo. It's also home to UNESCO World Heritage Sites, such as the Historic Center of Florence and Siena. There are lots of things to do here, but my favorite place to visit would be the ancient hilltop hamlets. The rolling hills of Val d'Orcia are famous because of their beauty. You can go skiing in the northern part of the region. If you prefer the waters, you can relish the beach life, since the coastline of Tuscany is nearly 400 kilometers. You must not miss the incredible Argentario Lagoon. Of course, when we travel, we also look for local cuisines to explore. Good thing Tuscan cuisine has top-notch quality dishes. They aren't complicated to make, but they are filled with flavors, such as the spelt soup of garfagnana, stuffed tortelli, and sagabi. Tuscany is the perfect place to visit if you're looking for a blend of culture, nature, and award-winning wines. Number 2. New Zealand. Located in the South Pacific Ocean, this country has plenty of cool and interesting facts. Did you know that they have more sheep than people? In New Zealand, there are 5 sheep for every resident. Many people associate the country after seeing the movie Lord of the Rings. It's very famous. You can't miss something as big as that franchise. I've been talking about a Middle-earth experience, but in New Zealand, they take it to another level. You know those hobbit houses? Yeah, they exist. The houses, not the hobbits. The landscapes here are otherworldly. On the North Island, you have hilly green fields, sandy beaches, cliffs, and tropical fern forest. On the south side, There are high mountains with ice caps, forests, hills, fjords, and glaciers. Tourism is widely developed in this country. Even if the population in New Zealand is relatively small compared to other developed nations, the social scene here is alive and thriving. Here are 5 of the best cultural festivals: Pacifica Cultural Festival, Auckland Lantern Festival, Parihaka Peace Festival, the traditional Maori Kai festivals, World Buskers Festival. There are plenty more, but these are my favorites. I'm also a coffee drinker, so when I visited New Zealand, I had plenty of fun choosing and trying out different blends of coffee. But my favorite would be flat white. Did you know this was where this variant was first concocted? Number 1. Japan. This might not be as surprising to you. For the longest time, Japan has always been on everyone's travel bucket list. If you've watched a lot of anime like me, you pretty much know what to expect when you visit Japan. What I like the most about this place is how they perfectly blend their innovative technology while also staying true to their cultural heritage and even protecting nature at the same time. Their transportation system is so efficient and convenient that Reader's Choice Awards awarded the best train trip to Japan's 7 stars in Kyushu. Every inch of 7 stars Kyushu train, from the beds to the bathroom sinks to the woodwork to the porcelain dinner plates, is handmade by Japanese artisans, and the service is simply exquisite. There are a lot of places to visit here. Who doesn't know the famous Mount Fuji and the sakura blossoms? Apart from its natural wonders, you can also explore other places, like the Tokyo National Museum, Shibuya Crossing, Ueno Park, Tokyo Tower, Shinjuku Gion National Garden, and many more. For me, this is the place I want to visit the most in 2023. It just gives a different vibe than any other place in the world. Alright everyone, thank you so much for tuning in to World IQ. Did you agree with our top 10 list? Have you ever been to any of these places? Which country are you considering visiting on your next vacation splurge? Let us know in the comments. If you like this video, kindly give us a thumbs up. Click that notification button and share it with your family and friends.